Great to have you here. Okay, we're here with our post-game press conference following the Racer 74-58 win over Evansville. And we're going to start with Quincy Anderson. Really good game for Quincy. Played almost 27 minutes, 15 points, 4 rebounds, couple of assists, and he can take your questions at this time.
Quincy, the drive looked like it was open for you guys in the second half. What did y'all see at halftime? Did y'all think you could do that?
Honestly, I think it was just the confidence coach gave us going into the game. He had said that we just needed to be aggressive on offense, and he kind of let us play free flowing. We had just a couple options, a couple of actions, that we had ran, and they ended up working, but it was a result of everyone being aggressive. You look at the stat sheet, everyone participated, everyone contributed. So when you have 5 people on the floor, that's a threat. It's really hard to guard.
You guys had 27 points in half, and you had the big spurt there to go into halftime. What's the message there? How'd you guys score 27 points in 8 minutes in the second half?
The message has always remained just letting our defense, fuel our offense. You guys have noticed, like when we play defense and we're playing defense aggressively and we're forcing their offense out towards half court, we end up getting transition buckets, and it makes life easier for us on offense. Whereas, sometimes when our defense slips, we have to work a little bit harder on offense because we're playing, grabbing the ball at the basket, inbounding the ball, their defense is set up. So I think we're a better team when we allow our defense to just put our offense.
What's been the difference for you these last few games? So you've really been a big impact player for the Racers.
Just trying to use the best of my opportunity. Honestly, that guy back there, Brian, has been my rock. He's been keeping my head in it, along with a few other guys, and honestly the whole team. But Brian especially, we live together, so I'm able to talk to him a lot. And then just being able to have conversations with coaches, my family, just making sure that I'm keeping my head in it, like I said, because it's a long season. You're gonna have ebbs and flows and stuff like that, but having people in your corner always helps.
One more question from. How'd that feel?
Oh man, that's cool. I love her. I've learned to call this my family, call Murray my home. So, I'm just trying to make sure I can make my family, make my home proud every time I come out on. It's easy to come out here and play with energy when you got a fan base like that. So.
Quincy with 13 minutes in the first half. Marlon got the call. What's it like to see him get that call, and what does that mean?
Man, I was so happy to see him, get that opportunity. He works so hard in practice. He works his butt off. And being able to see him get that opportunity, and then you see him go contribute. It's really important for a team like us where we're still looking for some more depth, and for Marlon to be ready, if we're just being honest, his number hasn't been called much, but for him to be ready and go in and be able to contribute, he's talking, he's playing defense, he got offensive board. That's huge. And that's the type of stuff that energizes our team as a whole. I think, when you saw him go in, our whole bench just got excited because we know how hard Marlon works. We see him every day. We see him in the weight room. We see him on the court. To get that opportunity, it was big, and it made me happy. It made me really, really happy.
2 games left of the conference tournament. Where do you feel the team is at right now?
I think we're in a good position because we still have room to improve. We haven't arrived yet. We've obviously had a little bit of a down spurt over the last few weeks, but we bounced back, and everyone on our team has stayed in it. Everyone has been close. We still have good chemistry. It's just a matter of hitting our stride, and I think we're on our way. So with a couple games left in the regular season, heading into the conference tournament, I think we're a scary team for other people.
All right, thanks, Quincy.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you, guys.
Man, love game.
And now for
Love.
Sounds good. All right, thank you. Yep.
And we'll bring in Brian Moore. 18 points for him today. Pretty good day. 5 for 10 from the field. Hit his only 3. 7 out of 7 from the 3-point line. 3 rebounds and an assist. And well, you can take your questions at this time.
Brian, 4 guys scoring double figures, and Rob Perry, your leading scorer, with 0 points. What was Evansville doing defensively, and how did you guys take advantage of that, especially?
Yeah, man, him coming off at Illinois State, we kind of knew that they was going to try to face guard him and, stop Rob from beating them. So, they made other good eyes on our team have to step up today. So, we was ready. But, Rob. When people take them out, you got to find other ways to put the ball in the basket.
Lonnie led the team in assists as well. Despite that, that second half, though, especially that first 15 minutes, what changed for you guys?
Yeah, we just start being a lot more aggressive. I feel like we missed some chippies, some shots we made, but we fell in love with that 3-point line early. And I feel like we had to get back to like just driving to the paint, getting to the cup, getting to the free throw.
It looked to me like in the second half, it was primarily you guys driving to the basket and making your own way. Was
Yeah.
it not?
So we just, spaced the floor out of them guys. We knew there was a hard trap. So as spaced out we could be was the better. So, we was trying to space it, do a lot of wildcat action where we getting on fours on their guards coming back. And, it just opened up stuff for me to get downhill on others.
I think you got 2 and 1s out of that, didn't you?
Nah, I got one. I
You
missed
got
the other
one?
one.
Well, yeah,
I
a
got
chance
one.
of
State, issue, getting
It was nice, man. One thing, I'm hard on myself. So, when I was injured, I just say, hey, I want to be out there with my brother. So, I try to practice through injury, work out through injury, just get back in. I need to be out there with my teammates to, help them get W. So, it was tough being out there at Illinois State, being hurt, not %. But, I bounced back. Fred, great trainer, man. He got me right from the moment we got back to Murray. I was in the training room trying to get right.
How different does this team feel that now with 2 wins under your belt coming off of those 3 losses?
I mean, it's huge, man. You gotta start. So, we went through that rough stretch, and now, we're trying to finish out the season 4-0. We got a tough road game versus Missouri State, but I think if we beat them and then get that last home win, we have a lot of momentum coming into Arch Madness.
You heard Quincy's answer, but I'd love to get your thoughts on Marlon stepping on the floor. Again, we know we haven't seen him a lot this year. He steps in the 13-minute mark. What does that mean? And what does he do when he steps on the floor for you guys?
And he's a warrior, man. He works his tail off in practice. We try to keep him confident, keep him talking, because I told him, it's not your year right now. We got some other bigs that's in front of him, but to do what he did tonight was huge for us. It allowed DJ to sit on the bench for a little bit with some foul trouble, allowed Jamari to get a rest. So him coming in and not having Sam just shows how much depth we can have in the future. Just telling him, hey, 1 minute can turn to 3, 3 can turn to 5. So just keeping your head up and stay positive. That's the best thing this team has did all year. Whether we losing by 20, winning by 20, we just try to stay positive.
All right, thanks, Brian.